Republican Congressman Brian Babin from Texas. Congressman, you more than many people across this country understand the challenges and frankly, the danger that this unregulated border problem is. Just tell me, you've seen it firsthand, I know. What kind of danger does a porous border pose to this country?
It has multiple dangers, Ashley, and good to be with you today. We have had an open border in Texas for many, many years, and of course this is where I represent the 36th Congressional District. There has been a number of incidents throughout this country and even in the state of Texas as well, where we've had someone that's infiltrated, exploited our refugee program, our visa program, our asylum seeking program, and to wind up doing some bad act. And President Trump campaigned on closing this border down and securing it, and I cannot thank him enough for what he's doing. As you said, I introduced a couple of bills, been talking about this issue for the last year and a half at least, and stopping our refugee program until we can vet them properly, and also being able to deport criminal aliens. It just seems like that's a no-brainer to me. And when they commit a crime and you have a local government that shields them from the federal immigration law, it's high time that we start coming down on them, if not from the federal level, at least from the state level. And I applaud our governor, Greg Abbott, for what he's doing.
Yes, he's made this a major critical emergency issue. I see that they're wanting to withhold funds, or trying to withhold funds from the city of Austin, and making the whole concept of sanctuary cities illegal in the state of Texas. Like everything else, Congressman, these things tend to end up in court. And to Jeff Flock, our reporter that was on before you, he said, look, the courts say you can't use the threat of taking funding away as a means to get something or an entity to do something. So could you lose in the courts on this issue?
You know, that's always possible, Ashley, but, let me just say this. I remember well when we had a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit that was that was kind of pressed upon the rest of the nation. I think it might have been under President Nixon, and several states balked at that. And when they had their highway funds withheld and other federal funds withheld, they acquiesced, and everybody was driving 55 in those days. So something must have happened in the courts, probably some activist judges or something of that nature. Listen, if your local law enforcement, your local and municipal governments, your county governments, and even a whole state like the state of California are disobeying, flouting the law of the United States government, and basically risking the lives, the property, the health of their own citizens for diversity and political correctness, that is just unbelievable to me. And so I hope that we can get somebody's attention and make sure that this law starts being enforced.
And lastly, Congressman, to me, it feels like by being a sanctuary city, you're literally encouraging illegal immigrants to make that dash across the border because they know if they can just get to this city that they will be protected, and often with taxpayers' monies when they get appointed lawyers and what have you, and some will commit crimes. To me, I just don't understand how this can actually happen.
I don't either. And I'll tell you, we've got dead Americans. Kate Stanley in San Francisco. Casey Chadwick in Norwich, Connecticut. These are two young women who would be alive today had we enforced the law the way we were supposed to. And President Trump, we finally have a president who has our backs. He's thinking about the American citizens. He's not thinking about what's politically correct and what the diversity, this, that, and the other, the world opinion, etc. He wants to protect Americans. He ran on this as a platform.
He did.
The American people overwhelmingly elected him an electoral landslide, and now he's fulfilling his promises. Hey, that's an unusual thing to see politicians do that. I'm very thankful.
Yes, I think you and many others. Congressman Babin, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.